Hi, it's Zubble1975, and today I'm bringing you a video to look at two ships which are rubbish. We have the Keelback, which is, this one's my one. I call it Lekka after my dog because it is pathetic. And the other ship I'm looking at today is the Type 6, which is also pathetic. I named mine the Pancake after my other dog, which is pathetic but surprisingly fast. So they're the two ships we're looking at today. Now, the Keelback is an entry point for people who want to use the ship not a fighter. I use mine as a planetary assault vessel because basically I can't find another role that fits it, and it's got reasonable hardpoint placement for fixed missiles, and it's got a fighter, so quite often I can use the fighter as a distraction to get air defense to leave me alone for a moment while I just carpet bomb the area and get out. It's made me a lot of money as a ground assault vehicle, so I'm not going to complain, though I would never recommend the Keelback to anyone. I have seen videos on YouTube of people using ones as mine dispensing PvP combat ships, and that is quite interesting use of the ship. But on the whole, I would recommend you avoid it. It's slow, it's cumbersome, it's got the funky thrusters which are nice, and it is an entry point for a fighter. But other than that, it doesn't really have a great use, and it is overcosted for what it is. Now the Type 6 on the other hand, I would recommend. Even though it only has two small hardpoints, and AD considers it to be the death trap, the coffin of all ships, I would actually still recommend it, because the Type 6 is a ship you get to very early. If you're like me and you want to play as a trader, the Type 6 is a ship you can unlock very quickly. It's a ship with a very good jump range and a decent cargo space. If you fit a fuel scoop and a discovery scanner, suddenly you've got an explorer vessel for a lot cheaper than an ASP Explorer. So it's a good explorer vessel, it's great at rare trading, and it's got a decent cargo space for the money. I mean, you can get 96 tons and decent shields and decent speed. I wouldn't even bother putting weapons on it for what they're worth. I used to, back in the day when I first started out. There were even videos of me destroying stuff in my Type 6 way back when, on my way to getting my Type 7. But after I made loads of money, I went back and brought a Type 6 just for my collection, called it Pancake, and I now use it as a passenger vessel because, again, it's got a really good jump range. So I don't want to buy a Dolphin, it just doesn't suit me, so I use the Type 6 for that role. And because of its really good jump range, it can be used for any of those sort of roles, anything where you want to get from A to B pretty quickly. The Type 6 is very good for. Here's me doing a community goal. This was a rare trading community goal. I'm doing it in open in an unarmed Type 6. Now mine's heavily engineered. It's got really good armor on it, and it actually has tier 5 dirty drives, so it can go 480 meters per second even with the armor and some cargo. So it's a pretty nifty little ship. Like I say, that's why it's called the Pancake, because it's pathetic but surprisingly fast. Now, when you do a community goal in an unarmed ship, there is a certain amount of nervousness as you come up to it, but I did 2 runs with the rare trade to this place. If I got stopped by a pirate, I would have probably donated some of my cargo just for a chat. If I get attacked by a griefer, I can normally escape. Just about my armor will hold them off. I will probably use my shields, then go into silent running so they have more difficulty attacking my modules, and between silent running and chaff I can normally high wake away before anything happens. But as you can see, I'm not taking any chances for ramming griefers. I'm just getting in and out of the station as quick as possible. But I would say that the Type 6 is a ship you can use for making money. I was doing 2 runs to this community goal, maybe 13 million, which pays for the ship in itself. So all in all, I would always recommend Type 6 as something you can use as part of your progression. You can make a decent amount of money very quickly, and it's got medium landing pads, so it's good for outposts. And that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching.